For companies who are in distress and who are undergoing resolution in the insolvency and bankruptcy process, I think the budget is a mixed bag. I would say it is largely beneficial because two largest concerns have been addressed in respect of MAT and carry forward of losses by privately held companies. At the same time, there are some misses, I would say, which need to be looked at. The first one relates to the applicability of notional tax on the buyers and sellers of securities who are undergoing the resolution process. So currently, the law provides that if you carry out a transaction which is at a price which is different from the fair market value, and that fair market value has to be determined under the income tax rules, then both the buyer and the seller stand the risk of being taxed on the difference between the price and the FMV. Now, clearly that is undesirable and that is not conducive for the resolution process. Now, coming to the second point, which is in respect of a no dues certificate or a no objection certificate from the tax department in respect of sale of assets, including securities. Currently under the law, the tax authorities have the power to collect taxes from the buyers of securities or assets in respect of outstanding tax dues from the sellers. And that can be done by voiding the transaction, by taking over the assets and the securities which have been bought in the resolution process. Now that is causing anxiety among the buyers and the bidders that they would have to either go to the tax department and get a no objection certificate or obtain adequate indemnification from the sellers in order to protect themselves from a future challenge. So there is a requirement to bring about a relaxation so that the bidders and the buyers and the investors who are coming in do not have anxiety about the title being challenged at a future date by the tax authorities. The amalgamation process under the Income Tax Act for a certain type of companies provides that in order to get the benefit of carry forward of losses in the event of an amalgamation, you would be required to fulfill twin conditions. The first condition is that you should carry forward the fixed assets up to 75% or more into the amalgamated company. The second test is that the business of the old company should be carried on for 5 years by the company which takes over the assets of the old company. Now, resolution processes have different needs, different business logic, and in certain situations it may be found that the old business may have to be discontinued or old assets may have to be disposed of. But if you do so, you will fall foul of the income tax laws and there are certain disadvantages which will flow to you. Now, these disadvantages clearly need to be removed and have not been done under the budget.